Hi guys, I'm going to make something like little treat bags, and so this is something that you can use to make a different interesting looking paper. I'm going to make some inserts to go in them, and I'm going to decorate it. So pretty simple, but yeah, so if you take one of the bags and then you fold it this way, so you can definitely put one of the bags in like this if this fits into your journal, but I'm just going to put it this way. It makes a little bit more pockets. So if you fold it up like this, then you can have one side of the signature will have a pocket just like this, so that'll fit in nicely. And then this side, you can keep it closed completely, or you can open it up on the side just like this one, or you can open it up on the top and have a top loading pocket. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I can cut these both at the same time. Yeah, I haven't completely planned what to do so far, so I'm basically just going to cut like a kind of like an arc there so that it's easier to know that it's a pocket. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, and then this will go in there. And like I said, this will go in there. So let's decorate the bag first, and then we'll decorate the inserts. But like I said, I don't really have a plan or anything for for this. So this seam here, or it's not really a seam. What is it? It's just like where the edge of the paper folds over. I don't dislike how that looks, but I would like to cover it up a little bit. So I have these cards that kind of look like Polaroids, and some of them, this set is like a little bit darker and greener, so I thought that might fit well with the witchy vibes. So these stickers are pretty good, so I usually don't need any extra glue for them, which is great. Alright, then on this side, I'm gonna use my roses here. So should I put it on this side? On that side? I think this side because it's still rectangular. It's actually the only place that's rectangular now because this surface has this edge that's changes the rectangle, and then up here it changes the rectangle. So this has a good rectangular place to put these corner roses in. So I'm going to put just two on opposite sides. Like that. I leave a little bit of space because if it's too close to the binding, it might disappear too much, so I just leave the tiniest bit of space there. Okay, then on this side, so I could put a bow, or I could put like a little cluster on the side. I think I'll do the cluster. So I can get so all of these little pieces, I just stamped them with regular letter stamps, and then I just ripped them up. So I made a bunch of those at some point, and then same thing with these. I made a bunch of little tickets at one point with stamps, and I just had some paper that I was able to make the stamps with, or make the tickets with, and then I either hole punched or I did some sewing to make the edges look a little jagged like that. So I made a bunch of those at one point so that I would have them to use now. Alright, so I'm just going to ink up the edges of this. Yeah, and then I might put this little sticker of this girl playing, not playing, holding tarot cards. That would look good. Yeah, so I'm just going to glue all this down. That's pretty easy. And then I'll get the sticker. And I'll glue the sticker down too. These little stickers, they're notorious for peeling up. So make sure you glue these little ones down. Whoa. So that happens to me sometimes. Like sometimes I'm like really placing it perfectly and then it just goes sliding. Or it like peels up onto my finger. Alright, I think that's good there. Okay, so this is that different punch that has the different designs. Now, they're pretty simple. Like you could obviously like cut these out with scissors. Like that wouldn't be terrible to cut out with scissors. This one might be kind of terrible. But this just makes it a lot easier and you don't have to think as much. You can also make a tag shape, which would be just like cutting the edges like this. Or the corners off like this. And then you would have a little tag. Alright, so I'm going to ink the edges. So I'm going to ink with the brown first, or the sepia tone first. I never say what ink I use. So this is the VersaFine Vintage Sepia. So this is actually like a really good stamping ink, but I'm like, I used all the stamping up basically, so I'm mostly just using it as a little dauber for the edges here. Alright, so I do the brown around like that, like more at an angle. So let me show that a little bit better. So I do it like at an angle. So it comes onto the front a little bit more. And then I can come in with a black. Same thing. This is really good for stamping. I have a bigger one of these, but now I just use this one. So now you hold this one flat against the edge, and then you can still see all the brown, and it doesn't come too much onto the front of the piece. But it just kind of defines it, which is really nice, because when this gets put into a book, sometimes it's hard to see what you're supposed to do. So it's nice to kind of put some defining edges there. And I definitely want to keep this mostly as just a piece where you can do some writing. So I think I will just put a little pull tag on that and then call it a day. So one hole in the center out, and then to use just one hole to attach these, what you do is you put the two through. So basically you want it so that you have a loop here on one side, and you have two on that side. And then you put the two edges of it through the loop, and then pull. So now you have just a place where you can pull it. You don't have to disturb anything. And then you can even glue this down or tape it down to make it a little bit stronger. You can also put an actual, like, what is that called? Like an eyelet there to make it stronger. But what I'm going to do is just put some glue so that it doesn't move around too much. Alright, and I think that's done. And then I just have one more piece, and that's this insert that goes on the back. Alright, so this is decorated, and then I have to set up this card that goes on the inside. And then I might decorate here, or I might just leave that as is. So for this one, I think I want to have a little pull tag. So I'm just going to take this like little piece of handmade paper and stitch it on. Oh, my sewing machine is just right there. I just sewed this on, so I'm gonna get the actual tool. I'm just gonna snip off the edges. Now, I didn't backstitch these, so I have to reinforce the thread so that it doesn't just come undone. So I'm gonna put a piece of washi tape, or I can put, it doesn't have to be washi tape, it can be like a sticker or something just to keep this down. So I might, let's take a look and see if there's a sticker that calls out to me. Alright, I think I'll do the owl. Yeah, that's good. And then same thing with this one. This is one of those smaller stickers, so I just want to glue it down. Then that will also help the sewing from coming off. Alright, and I might put another little sticker there. Let's see what I got. Alright, like whatever this is. I'll just take that. So I can glue down this stitching. So it looks like it's some sort of dragon or something. Whoop. Alright. So now, the idea with this is you can put a photo or something on this, and then write about the photo here. Or you can put in something like, what maybe you have like an actual ticket like to a movie, and you can put the movie there, you can put the date here, or something like that. And then when it's in the book, it'll have that little piece of handmade paper there, and then you have a whole bunch of space to write. And let's see how... Yep, so then the owl is a little bit hidden, and then it comes out. And I think this side is totally fine to be just as is. But it's easy enough to put like another sticker on, or even another one of these stickers on. Or a little bit of washi tape. So I'll put some washi tape, because why not? I've got some purple smoke. And then I'll layer like one of these like feathery ones. And of course, you could also always put another like card or something on here and put another pocket there, but I think keeping the pocket simple is something that I have been trying to keep myself to, because sometimes it can get confusing with all the pockets. Alright, so just for another flip through, we have the pocket here. We have the sticker that we put on, the little cluster here. We have the edge stickers, which you can also put like a little photo there that's going to be framed by those roses. We have this insert that has another place to put a photo and some journaling. And then we have the stickers here, the owl stickers. That pop out when you open it like that, and then just a little bit of washi tape. Alright, so I hope you liked that make. It was a pretty simple one, so feel free to make it, and I'd love to see your projects. Bye!